In this video, we are going to learn about dynamic mirror entities. Here is the command in the ribbon. So this is said to be as ribbon. This is the quick access toolbar. So come to the ribbon. Now here lies the command of dynamic mirror entities. And if you are not getting the command here, just go to the quick access toolbar and here you will get the search bar. So here you can type as DYNAMIC dynamic, and here you will get the command of dynamic mirror entities. Now this command could be used in the 2D environment along with the 3D environment, but we are going to use this in the 2D environment because we are currently working on the sketching. So let's go to the sketch, and here we are going to use the front plane. Now just click normal to for once to have this orientation. Now let's read the definition for once of the dynamic mirror entities. Lets you create sketch entities that are mirrored about a previously selected entity as you create them. So now what is the difference between the mirror entities and dynamic mirror entities? Let's check it out. First, let's have a center line here in the graphics window like this. So I'm going to make some profile like this. Now I want the mirror of the same in right hand side. So this is the left hand side and this is right hand side. Now just go to the mirror entities, and here I have selected the entities and I want the mirror about this. So this is the functioning of what? Of mirror entities. But now what difference is going to be get created by the dynamic mirror entities? Let's check it out now. Now just go to the dynamic mirror entities, and here comes the property manager, and it asks us to select a sketch line or linear model edge to mirror about. Like we have to select the center line here. So I'm going to pick this center line. Now we will get a symbol here like this, equals to, and here equals to. So this is the symbol we will get after activating the dynamic mirror entities. And how we come to know that dynamic mirror is activated or not. Once you activate this command, like this command is currently activated, so you will see a depth in the icon of the command like rapid sketch. Currently this is not activated, or you can say as currently this is deactivated because it is bulging out from the ribbon and they are having a depth in the ribbon like this. Okay, so this is how you can get the idea of whether the command is activated and or not. And in simple language, these are these all three are activated. How? Because they have some dark backgrounds and they are having the similar backgrounds as the ribbon. Okay, so this is how you can come to know whether the command is activated or not. Now let's go to the line, and we are already activated the dynamic mirror entities. So now let's check it out. Whenever I draw a line in the left hand side, it will automatically get generated to the right hand side. So this is the advantage. Like if I just move this like this, so you can see there will be the real time changes. Like if I just change here, so this is how it is going to work. Now let's check some more thing about this. Like come to this shape, and we are currently in the dynamic mirror entities mode. Now once I selected this and press delete, you can see that there was no effect on the left hand side. Why so? Because when I have generated these shapes like this one and this one, at that time the dynamic mirror was not active. That's why they have no relations regarding that. Okay, now just again go to dynamic mirror entities and I am going to activate it again. Now let's have some more deep understanding about this. Now I'm going to delete this. This one also. Now, as we can see that dynamic mirror entities is activated. Now let's draw some profile. So I'm going to draw the profile like this. Now, the left hand side and right hand side both are paired to each other. Like if I make some changes in the right hand side, it will get affected on the left hand side. And if I make some changes here, it will get affected on the right hand side. That means vice versa, they are working together. Like if I just pull this point, so that point will get pulled up on its own. If I just drag this point down, so it will get dragged down. Now, what's the purpose of this demonstration? The purpose of this demonstration is that not only one side, like if I make some changes only on the left hand side, only then the RHS is going to be get affected. It shows that if I make some changes in the RHS, it will automatically get affected in the LHS also. Okay, now let's put some dimensions. Like if I just make some dimension here of 50, suppose, so it will also get 50. And if I just define this dimension, it will give us the warning of make dimension driven. Why so? Because this is already been defined on the left hand side. That's why. If I just click on OK. So this is a driven dimension and I cannot change here. Okay. And if I make some dimension here, suppose if I'm going to make some angle here, 145. Now you can see this has also been changed because of this. So this is how the dynamic mirror entities work. Now let's get some more example about this. I'm going to delete the entire entities. This one also. Now we have talked about LHS and RHS, but this time we are going to talk about above and below. So for that, I'm going to have a center line. Let's have the midpoint line, and this is going to be the for construction. Okay, this is enough. Now zoom to all, and I'm going to put this a little bit more. Let's zoom to all. Now to the above part of this line is the above, and to the below of this is below. Let me just have that on a screen. Like this is above and this is below. This is above, this is below. Now let's have the dynamic mirror entities to be activated like this. Now I'm going to make a profile. Let's make a T again. So this completes the T. I'm going to give the collinear relation here. We will study about the relations in the later tutorial, so there is nothing to worry about. So I'm going to give the dimensions here, like this is going to be as 400. Now you can see this is also getting changed. So this is how the dynamic mirror works. Like we have checked for the LHS and RHS, which are said to be as left hand side and right hand side. And now we are checking for the above and below. So I'm going to make it fully defined so that you can also practice with me on this sketch. And this is going to be as 120. And we are going to put some distance from this point to this. Currently this is 91. So I'm going to put it as 150. Now if I just talk about this line is already been defined. Now I'm going to put some distance here. So this is going to be a 60. Now you can see we are left with this only. So from center to this point, this is going to be as 200. Now you can see the sketch is fully defined. This is all we have to define. Okay, so this is how the dynamic mirror entities work. I hope the command is clear to you, and I believe you are going to practice this command on by having the reference from my tutorial, like how to draw something in the left hand side, and that particular sketch entities are going to be get drawn in the RHS by using the dynamic mirror entities. And along with that, we have come to know about the above and below. Like this is the above and below tutorial, and earlier was like LHS to RHS. So this is how the dynamic mirror entities work. I hope you have enjoyed the learnings of this command. Please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.